She was hated for her beauty. Episode 1. In the quiet village of Umuba, surrounded by tall palm trees and the sound of chirping crickets at dawn, lived a young woman named Adaora. From the day she was born, her beauty became the talk of the village. Even as a baby, strangers would stop to admire her bright eyes, smooth skin, and thick curly hair. As she grew, her beauty only deepened, like a flower that refused to fade with the sun. Her mother, Mama Chinyere, always told her, beauty can bring blessings, but it can also bring battles. Those words didn't make sense to Adaora when she was little, but as she became a woman, she began to understand. Men couldn't take their eyes off her, and women couldn't stop whispering about her. Some said she used charms to look that beautiful. Others said her beauty came from a marine spirit, that she was not entirely human. In a village where superstitions ruled stronger than reason, such rumors spread faster than wildfire. Adaora was a humble girl. She fetched water from the stream like every other maiden, helped her mother fry akara in the morning, and attended the evening dance practices before festivals. She never used her beauty to deceive or manipulate anyone, but still, hatred followed her like a shadow. Before we continue, please like, comment, share, and follow. Her problems began when Obinna, the village youth leader and the most desired bachelor, publicly declared his love for her. Every maiden wanted Obinna. He was tall, strong, and hardworking, but his heart chose Adaora. That was when envy grew like weeds in the hearts of her fellow maidens. Ngozi, Adaora's closest friend, or so she thought, was the first to betray her. One night, Ngozi visited Adaora's hut pretending to be concerned. "My sister," she began, sitting on Adaora's bamboo bed. "People are saying you use charms to tie Obinna. They say you bathe with charms at midnight." Adaora laughed softly, not realizing the trap behind Ngozi's words. "Ngozi, you know me. I've done nothing like that. God made me this way." But Ngozi wasn't there to console. She wanted information to twist, and by morning, the rumor had worsened. They said Adaora was a witch who trapped men's souls through her eyes. Soon, mothers began warning their sons not to go near her. At the market, when she walked by, traders would stop talking and stare coldly. Some even spat on the ground after she passed, saying, "May her beauty not bring us sorrow." Please click on the follow button before we continue. The final blow came during the New Yam Festival. The elders had chosen Adaora to be the Ada Festival Queen, an honor given to the most gracious maiden each year. But envy burns hotter than fire. On the night before the festival, Ngozi and two other girls sneaked into the shrine and planted charms inside the basket that Adaora was to carry the next morning. When the drummers beat and the dancers moved, Adaora appeared before the crowd in her white wrapper and coral beads. The sun kissed her skin, making her glow like gold. But just as she lifted the yam basket to the elders, a strange thing happened. The charms hidden inside burst into flames. The crowd screamed, and Adaora dropped the basket in fear. The villagers shouted, "She is a witch! The gods have exposed her!" Even Obinna, who once loved her, stepped back in shock. Nobody wanted to hear her cry or explanation. The chief priest declared that the gods were angry and demanded that Adaora be exiled from Umuoba immediately. That night, Adaora knelt before her mother, tears streaming down her face. "Mama, what did I do wrong? Is it my fault that I was born this way?" Mama Chinyere held her close, crying too. "My daughter, The world hates what it does not understand. But remember, truth never hides forever. The next morning, as the cock crowed, Adaora was led out of the village gate barefoot, carrying a small bag and a calabash of water. People lined the path, some mocking, some silent with guilt. Even Ngozi couldn't look her in the eyes. Adaora walked for hours, crossing forests and streams until she reached another village called Obosi. There, she was welcomed by an old herbalist named Mama Izini, who took her in and treated her like a daughter. Adaora began a new life, helping people with herbs and midwifery. Her kindness healed her pain little by little. Years later, tragedy struck Umuoba. The same women who mocked her began losing their children mysteriously. The crops failed, the streams dried up, and the village priest confessed that the gods were angry for wrongfully condemning an innocent soul. The elders sent a delegation to beg Adaora to return and forgive them. But Adaora only smiled and said quietly, "The scars may fade, but the pain remains. I have forgiven, but I will not return." She continued to live in Obosi, known not as the beautiful girl who was hated, but as Adaora, the blessed healer, a woman whose beauty became her curse, yet also her strength. And in Umuoba, the villagers learned a bitter truth. Sometimes, beauty is not a gift. It is a burden that only the strong can carry. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, share, and follow me for episode 2 of They Hated Her Because of Her Beauty. Bye for now.